Well, we're closing in on the finish line now. And I just have a few bits and bobs of painting to do, and yeah, it will almost be done. Now, I'm not saying that the next time you see it, it'll be finished, because although the painting will get covered today, I don't think it's going to get finished. I'll back the camera off here in a minute so that you can see where things are. Alright, that's that little stump that I was questioning. I believe it's staying at this stage of the game. Let me drop this. I'll have minimal glare on it when I'm just showing you what's up. Okay, camera square off time. Okay. So, something I'm really happy about was the decision to get rid of this blue that was here. The main reason being, I didn't have really a strong blue anywhere else in the painting. Nowhere. Flecks of it, hints leaning in that direction. Here, 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 here. You know, maybe the odd spot here and there. So I thought this mass of strong ultramarine blue, it was too high a chroma. And because it was such high chroma and it was rather flat looking because of its strength and lack of variation, and the only spot in the painting was here, I thought, no, we're going to get rid of it. We're going to steal the colors from the sky, you know, average them out, and lay them in the foreground here. Not too high a chroma, slight variation in hues, you know, dropping the hues a little bit. I'm happy with that now. And also, this just being washed in, this little bit of stump, it accentuated the fact that this black thumb thing here was sitting against the lighter blue. Gone, done, happy with it. I just wanted to show you too that I raised the value of these rocks back here just to try to pull the light a little bit to the right. The only thing that doesn't have a final coat of paint on it are these two boughs coming off of the tree and a little bit behind there. Okay, a few bits of trunk showing as well. But you can see where these are going now. A bit of light on them, not too much, certainly not too much near the top. I like this silhouette, I like this shape across here. I may bring a little bit of light up some of the trees towards the along the bottom of them, you know, gradually going back into the values they are now, but that'll help to achieve a little more of a dramatic effect. And I like that idea. We'll see where it goes. I still need to touch these trees in the background quite a bit. In fact, there's precious little on the painting that I'm not going to touch in some place or another, you know. It all needs a little bit of something. So there are quite a few areas that I want to work on. I believe I'd like to lay a little higher values in here. You know, this funny line here, I'm going to make that look a little better. There are a few touch-ups I'd like to do in this foreground bit of grass. You know, some lines I'd like to strengthen, some lines I'd like to do away with regarding the rocks and the grass, well, regarding the whole painting actually. You know, this bothers me having too much light here. This is flat looking, this branch. You know, the trunk could use the odd stroke here and there. And so on and so forth. That applies certainly to this bushy area. It applies to this background. It applies to, as I said, almost everything here. You know, if something's finished, it's probably these distant rocks and the water itself. Even these trees here. There are a few lines I would like to do away with because those trees are very busy as they sit right now. I think I'd like to take a couple of lines out here and there in the right spots just to calm them down so that they don't seem to be sort of jutting out all over the place, you know, in random directions. I like them, but within the context of the painting, I want to calm them down a little bit. Now I like the fact that I tried to capture, or I like the fact that I think I've successfully captured the character of two young pines growing up, you know, at the base of some older stuff. So I think we have that, but we can afford to take it down just a notch. The character of these distant trees, I like them. They're fine. This, you know, I'm not even calling these trees anymore. They're just a distant shoreline, right? With the impression of some foliage back there. That's all. So, you know, we have you know, the character of individual objects and individual planes of existence in the painting are, I think, pretty obvious. That's what keeps things interesting. Yes, it's stylized, of course. This is nowhere near realism. I like it. I just like the final result. It's how I like to paint many of my paintings, actually. Certainly when I'm using a brush. I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say about it. We're getting close to finish. It might be done next time I see you, or it might not. Sometimes you open a can of worms when you try to fix some things, but that can be dangerous too. I think in general, looking at it, I'm pretty pleased with things. With what I have in my mind's eye as to what I still have to do to it in all these different areas, I think I'm really going to like it. So, we'll leave it at that for now. Have a great weekend. See you soon.